Durden. I'm a retired U.S. Army veteran and the co-founder of Humble Warrior Wellness and Yoga. Today, we'll do a short Hatha Yoga sequence, which is just a traditional yoga class that's very focused on doing the physical practice and not any of the philosophy or other areas or limbs of yoga. Please join me. Get a nice comfortable mat. Always honor your range of motion. Feel free to modify anything. We're going to start out in the crocodile pose. So we'll lay on our belly. Our feet are wider than your mat. You can lay on your inner ankle or top of the foot, whatever's comfortable. Grasp your triceps, walk your elbows forward, and then exhale, releasing your forehead to your forearm. In this crocodile posture, I invite you to bring your attention to all the points where your body is supported by the mat, the floor, and just feel grounded and present. On the inhale, you'll feel your belly expand, touching the floor. And on the exhale, it will soften. This is called diaphragmatic breathing. So crocodile pose is also a nice posture to do if you ever wake up in the middle of the night. You can roll onto the belly if it's comfortable and breathe diaphragmatically or belly breathe. On the inhale, notice the belly expand. On the exhale, soften. Inhale, the belly, the side belly, the low back, maybe even upper back expands. Exhale, you sink into all the points of contact between your body and the floor. Let's take 2 breaths on our own. On your next exhale, bring your fingertips underneath your shoulders, press yourself up and back. We'll come into a wide-legged child's pose. So my knees are as wide as the mat, my hips are on my heels, and I'm just going to exhale and fold forward, resting on my forehead. Feel free to make some micro movements to kind of settle into your hips. If this doesn't feel good on your knees, you can tuck a blanket underneath your knee pits and do everything at an elevated or higher position. So just exhale into this child's pose. You can spider crawl the fingers forward, spread the hands out like a star. Exhale, lower your forearms to the mat. Your next exhale, draw your armpits toward the mat. I invite you to take a nice deep breath in. And this time as you exhale, gently push the floor away, feeling your tailbone maybe dip down just a little more. Then let's walk our hands left off the mat onto the floor. Right hand over left hand, lower the head, exhale, lean into that right shoulder just a little more. Feeling a deeper stretch on the right side of the body. On your next inhale, come back to center, honoring balance in your life. Then walk your hands to the right, left hand over right hand, lower the head, exhale into the left shoulder just a little deeper. Come back to center and then walk yourself up. We're going to turn all the way over and find an easy seat, any cross-legged position that you find comfortable. Long spine. And let's bring our left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest, right ear to right shoulder. And we'll make some little neck rolls side to side. And release. Then roll our shoulders to the back. Maybe you start out small and then explore your range of motion. Find a little spot you haven't visited in a while. Then pause and change direction. We'll roll them forward. And pause. Go ahead, anchor your left hand on the mat. Bring your right hand out. Reach for the wall. Then inhale up and over, rainbowing over. Press the floor away. On an inhale, turn your head and look up if it's comfortable in your neck, or find a comfortable position for your neck. Maybe you draw that top elbow back, and now breathe into the right rib cage just a little deeper. Exhale, release the arm, floating it down, maybe feeling a difference in the side body already. Anchor your right arm, left arm comes out, really reach, and then rainbow up and over. Press the floor away, anchoring your seat on the sits bones. Inhale up, draw that elbow back. And this time breathe into the left rib cage. If you feel you need to go a little deeper, you can always come down on your forearm. And then exhale, release. Hands resting on your thigh. We'll do some circles. Exhaling forward, inhaling back. And here you can have a little fun, kind of rock it out. Our hips absorb a lot of imbalances. I invite you to bring your attention to where your upper body connects to your lower body. Pause, change direction. Exhaling forward, inhaling back. Add a little shoulder action if it feels good. And then just pause. We'll turn all the way over and come to hands and knees for tabletop. So my wrists are directly under my shoulders. My knees are under the hips. Fingers are spread like a star, and I press into the finger pads and all along the thumb bone to take pressure off my wrists. We can tap our feet, put a little energy in them since we walk around in shoes or foot prisons all day long. Then I want to scrub the heel of my hand toward my knee, push the floor away, strengthening my shoulders, head toward the front, and I'm a nice firm table. Then inhale, lift the head, lift the tailbone, spiral the arms to the front so the elbow crease faces the front of the room. Exhale, lower the head, lower the tailbone, spiral the arms back, round the upper back, push the floor away. And then just alternate between cat and cow. If you suffer from osteopenia or osteoporosis, be careful on how much you do cat or the rounding of the back. Enjoy maybe a strong cow. And then ending in tabletop position. We'll work on the core. The core wraps all the way around the body. Want to extend the right leg. My hips are facing the mat. And my left arm. You can hold this, you can alternate, or lower the fingertip, toe tip down. Inhale up to the horizon. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Really reaching forward, reaching back. And release. Then we'll extend the left leg long, hips facing the mat. Right arm forward. Reach a little more, holding or alternating. Lower down, inhale up, I'm not back bending, I'm just coming to the horizon. Up and down and up and release. Then we'll come to standing, stepping the right leg, then the left in. Inhaling all the way up, rolling the shoulders back, coming into a tall mountain posture. It's like I draw my quads up. Rotate them slightly toward one another, creating a little space in that sacrum. Roll the shoulders back. The hands just shine to the front. Draw the chin in just to lengthen the neck. And I'm just tall. I'm standing tall and rooted. Then inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hip, flat back. And then at some point, just rounding down. I'm light in my heels, heavy in the balls of my feet. You can have a micro bend or straight legs. Let's nod the head yes. And shake the head no. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins, half lift, flat back. Draw the shoulders toward the hips and take 2 breaths. Then exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step the left. Then the right leg back. You're in a nice strong plank or perhaps plank on your knees. In plank, press the heels toward the back of the wall. Push the floor away. Your eyes are gazing in front of the mat. Then you can lower to your knees, eyes at the horizon. Exhale, we're going to chaturanga or push up down. My elbows scrape my rib cage. And then I inhale up into a baby or low cobra. Fingertips are under the shoulders, really light. Lifting my head, neck, and chest. Exhale, press my hips back and up into a downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, this is an inversion. The head's below the heart. I press the floor away. Bring my gaze between my knees or thighs. Draw my shoulders away from my spine. We can walk it out. It's called walking the dog, raising and lowering your heels. Stretching your calves, your hamstrings, your low back. And then bend the knees, press the hips up. Exhale, let the heels come down toward the floor. Then we'll draw our right knee to our chest. Land it between our hands. Spiral the back foot 45 degrees. Inhale, just sweep the body up. And exhale into that front knee. Ensuring the knee tracks the middle toe or second toe. We don't want it to turn in. If you'd like to work on balance, maybe you lift your gaze and open your hands just a little. Exhale, release, frame the foot, press back and find your strong plank. Maybe you chaturanga or do it again on your knees. So pitching the body forward, exhale down, inhale up, low cobra or perhaps high cobra. Exhale, release. We're going to send our hips back and up, coming into that downward facing dog. And it's okay to float the heels, bend the knees. Just keep pressing the floor away, lifting your hips high toward the ceiling. And we'll draw the left knee to the chest, land it between the hands, spiral the back foot. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale into that front knee. Maybe we lift the gaze, open the hands. Exhale, release. Frame the foot with your hands, and this time we're just going to step forward. Come in the half, lift flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale our arms to the side, hinge up, reach tall, maybe an optional little back bend, or you can do a supported back bend. Exhale, release. Back to your mountain pose. Want to step into a balance. One nice balance is just tree pose. So we'll stand tall, exhale our weight into our right leg, and kickstand the left, allowing it to be in the side plane. You can leave it there or grow your tree. Maybe you find your calf, maybe you find your inner thigh, or perhaps you explore a half lotus. Do whatever feels good for your body today. Pressing down, lifting up. We're not dumping into this hip, we're drawing it up and strong. Take a few breaths. Then soften the hands, release the leg, and walk in place. Balance is intense on the feet. Then we'll find our mountain posture. Kickstand, exhaling into the left side. Find or grow your tree posture. Perhaps you explore playing with the hands, bringing them to heart center, your hips, or growing your tree high. Pressing down, lifting up, inviting balance and stillness into your body. Soften the hands, release the leg, and then just walk in place. Then we're going to bring it all the way down into a yogi squat. So I like to find this umpire stance. Exhale, release down. Use my elbows to push my knees out and try and lift my spine. So squats aid in digestion. Most of the world sits in a squat at some point during the day. In our American culture, we don't see that so much, so I invite you to add a yogi squat to your practice. You can release your hands, press your hips high, toe heel in, rest your chest on your thighs, hands to your hips, release your head and neck if it's comfortable. Slowly stack your spine up and release. Let's go ahead and bring it all the way down. for a little reverse tabletop. So again, this will work our core. Remember, the core wraps all the way around the body. So our legs are on railroad tracks, our hands are behind us, fingers pointed in, and I'm going to lengthen my spine. I'm exhaling back till I feel a little activation, and I'm going to lift my hips any amount. Maybe I lift them a little, working the triceps too, or I'm going to lift up into a reverse tabletop. This is a strength posture. Protecting my neck, I'm not letting it fall back. It's as if I have a ball under my chin. And then I just release my hips, soften the posture. You can also do some toe tapping. This seems to be very accessible. Or you can hold it, or you can come into a boat pose. This is a little more strength. Spine is long, shoulders are back. Release the posture, bring the heels toward the hips, and then we'll just hug it out. Then I want to lie long. Stretch my arms overhead, my legs long. Bend my knees, let my feet find the edges of the mat. Maybe I'll just windshield wipe side to side. And then on an exhale, I'm just going to let my knees fall to the right. My right hand rests on my low belly. Left hand comes out like a T or goalpost. And I invite you to turn your head to the left any amount. So we're in this supine type of twist. Little hip opener, shoulder opener, neck stretch. This is a yogi multitasking. And you can stay here for as many breaths as you like. And then inhale the knees up, exhale, let them fall to the other side, switching the hands to T or a goalpost. And on the inhale, ensure the belly is still rising, connecting to the breath. In yoga, you can miss the posture but keep the breath, and that's still really good yoga. So again, you can lie here for as many breaths as you want. And then inhale the knees back up, and maybe just windshield wipe side to side, releasing any tight or tension. And then I like to hug my knees to my chest, squeeze, maybe you rock it out, a little massage on that low back. And then we'll cross the legs at the ankle, lift the head, neck, chest for a little yogi ball. Take a deep breath in, exhale, release, and find your shavasana. This is called corpse pose. I tuck my shoulders under, my palms to the ceiling. And I just lay in a comfortable position. Listen to the low back. If that's uncomfortable, put a bolster, a blanket, or some blocks under your knees to take some pressure off the low back. Stay lying in this position, and I will guide you through deep relaxation. Scan your body head to toe, toe to head, releasing any tightness, tension, or stickiness. Soften the face, relax the jaw. Swallow and just notice it disappear in the body. Let the shoulders melt, the hands and arms relaxed. Notice your heart resting deeper in your body, and perhaps you're breathing with more ease. Let your hips anchor you on your mat, and quietly say, I'm right where I need to be. I'm right where I need to be. I'm doing the work that's mine to do. Legs are long and still. Feet may naturally turn out. Use this time to rest and reset. Rest and refresh. You can lay here for as long as you have, or invite some small movement into the body. Stretch the body long. Arms overhead, legs long, roll onto your side, the fetal position. Thank yourself for doing your practice. Come up to a seated position. Hands to heart center. Thank you for practicing. Peace.